welcome my Capricorn friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading for the full cold moon for my Capricorn friends. The full moon in December, the one that's closest to the winter solstice, is called the full cold moon, or it can be also called the long night's moon. This is the moon that is up the longest. It is connected into the winter solstice, and the winter solstice being the longest night of the year. During the cold moon, we can really connect into that moon energy because it's in the sky the longest. And not only can we connect into that full moon energy, we can connect into that goddess energy. The full moon is a symbol of the goddess, and it really harnesses that loving, healing energy of the goddess. And that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at what the full moon is going to offer my Capricorn friends and what healing we can really access over that night. The decks I'm using for this reading is the Tarot de la Nuit, and then I'm also going to be using the Healing with the Angels deck. Like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Capricorn friends, let's see what the cards have to say for you today. What card symbolizes the full cold moon for my Capricorn friends and all that, got some jumpers, that it provides them? They're hucking cards, my Capricorn friends. I really enjoy it when they do that. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, we have a number of cards. So let's get started on this. The first card on the table, the Four of Swords. Fours are a stable foundational number. Swords are about truth and knowledge. The Four of Swords talks about that need for rest and rejuvenation, really connecting into that healing energy of the moon. The reason we need this rest and downtime is because of all the changes that have occurred and that are going to occur. With the Four came death. The 13th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that need to release things that are not working so that you are able to really embrace the things that are. And then the last card that jumped, the Ten of Pentacles. That familial card, that family support, it's going to be so important. That family support is also connected into that rest and rejuvenation, really tapping into that familial, positive, loving energy so that you are able to really dive deep and reflect on those values and beliefs that need to be kind of released and kind of pruned out almost. We have belief systems and core value sets, and many of them came from our family. That's where we get our core value sets, is the family. Those beliefs that we've carried, and at one point in time they probably did serve a purpose, and a very positive purpose. However, we've evolved, our families evolved, and as times have changed. It's making sure that these value sets and core beliefs are still relevant, and most importantly, for your greater good. So relying on your family for that support and nurturing and loving yourself. And the moon is really going to help you go to those places so that you are able to reflect in, giving you that time, energy, and space to not only release some of those beliefs and value sets, but start to heal, because that healing aspect is another piece. Without the healing part, we're just going to revert back to those beliefs and core values because they are so ingrained in us. We need to release, we need to kind of distance ourselves, sever those connections, and heal where those connection pieces were. And healing them is relatively the easy part because we bring in that universal energy, that healing energy of the goddess that will help nurture and love those spaces so positive core values and beliefs can start to grow there and really serve your greater good. Let's look at the challenge. And it's already jumping out. Okay, what challenge? Got another one. Does my Capricorn friends face for the full moon? All right. The cards like to jump out for you guys, don't they? The Capricorns, they have lots to share. The Empress, that need for connection, not only to family and friends, but this is the holiday time. We're looking at wanting to really connect in and be a part of other aspects, grow and have some fun. The Empress is connected into the Venus symbol, that loving center, that need to search out and find and connect in with other people. And that's what's really going to be our stumbling block. Opposed to wanting to focus in on self, we're going to want to really focus in on that loving center, that nurturing of other individuals, and that connection piece, especially with our family being so close. Then the Nine of Swords jumped out. Nines are all about that hard work, all that we've achieved in our lives. Now the Nine of Swords talks about all those pieces and aspects, those situations that have occurred that have really kind of trapped us in. They make us feel stuck. The Nine of Swords is known as the anxiety and depression card. The original card, created by Pamela Coleman Smith, has a woman sitting in bed with her hands in her head, with 9 swords behind her. It talks about that kind of isolated, withdrawn, and stuck feeling we get when situations and events start to pile up. Not so much the events and situations of the swords, it's the emotion we've attached to them that starts to really bog us down. And it's going to be those events and emotions are going to come up and stand in your way, because as you want to weed out what isn't working, you're going to stir the pot a little bit, and these are going to come back in. The moon will offer you the ability to start to heal them. It's similar to when you really need to deep clean something and you need to take a number of swipes at it. That's what we're going to have to do with these 9 swords. We can't do it in one go. The moon will start to help you heal and move forward from this. But it will take more than just one moon to be able to clear out that baggage. Let's look at how we can support and really embrace this self-exploration and self-care time. And that self-care time, like I said, is really going to help with dealing with that 9 of Swords. Because as we nurture and love ourselves, we're going to be able to, well, embrace the Death card and hopefully get rid of some of that built up, well, yuck. It's like the lower vibrational energies of the sorrow and pain that the 9 of Swords holds on to. We can't as humans actually do anything with that energy. It just holds and sticks onto us like goo. Higher vibrational energy, the love, the light, the laughter, it energizes us. We convert that high vibrational energy into a resource that we can actually use. We can't do that with the lower vibrational energies. Those lower vibrational energies, they stick, and they just keep sticking onto each other until it becomes to a point where we feel so gunked down and weighed down that we can't go forward. The Sun. This isn't going to be hard work. It kind of looks really dreary in this deck because we are looking at that inner work. However, the Sun is supporting us. It's really about embracing who you truly are, looking at what is working in our lives and reinforcing that positive, loving, high vibrational energy. What works? Focusing on what works really supports the Devil. Let's look at the outcomes. What are the possible outcomes for my Capricorn? got a jumper, friends, when they embrace, another jumper, the cold full moon. Okay. The first one, the Eight of Cups. Eights are all about movement and manifestation. The cups, that intuition and emotion, connecting in and going in deeper. The Eight of Cups is kind of connected into the Hermit. It talks about that inner journey. And what really catches my attention right away is that moon. She's being guided by that moon. And again, we're looking at the full moon energy. The more we connect in and really reflect on who it is we are and what's working in our life, the more that moon is going to guide us and guide us into those deeper places. And then the seventh card in the Major Arcana, the Lovers. And this is in a relationship with other individuals, although it will help your relationship with other individuals. What this moon and the goddess is offering you right now is that relationship with self, that connection in, really hitting home that need to connect in and strengthen your relationship with yourself. There are parts of us that we have forgotten. We brought them with us when we contracted to come back. We have forgotten them. Reconnecting in and strengthening those aspects is going to be very important. Think of it as either strengthening your existing relationship with yourself, or even in some cases, building a new relationship within you. And as you strengthen that relationship within yourself and build that relationship up, it really impacts the relationships that you currently have with existing people or new people, because we're living a more authentic self. Individuals who are supposed to be with us will embrace and nurture what it is we are creating and finding out about ourselves. Those individuals who are not supposed to be in our lives will start to push themselves away. They will put barriers up because what you're talking about, they're not ready for. It's not in their journey right now. Either way, if you're strengthening or if that relationship needs to dissolve, it's going to be a positive piece when it comes to your relationships that you currently have in your life and new ones that you're going to form. Let's look at guidance. What guidance can we offer my Capricorn friends for the full moon, for the full cold moon? We have a jumper. The Six of Cups. Sixes are all about harmony and balance. Cups, about that intuition and emotion. Now the Six of Cups is that reminiscing card. It's going to be important to connect into our family and reminisce about those positive aspects of our childhood and our youth. Remembering what it is, those core value sets and beliefs are going to be important. And we can't do that without reminiscing, without going back. And we're really going to need to go back, looking at those positive skill sets that we have and use. How do we need to modify them? How can we use them better? The Death card is going to help guide us. As we're reminiscing, we can be rejuvenating ourselves at the same time, because we're starting to look deep within us and care for ourselves. Now we do have double sixes. The Six of Cups and the Lovers is the sixth card in the Major Arcana. So when you have that double six, the angels are saying to you, it's time to balance your thoughts between the physical and the spiritual world. That balance is going to be key. Very important when it comes to looking at and doing some modification within ourselves. Because what we do spiritually impacts us physically. What happens physically does impact us spiritually. Let's look at the supports. What supports will help my Capricorn friends embrace the energies, oh, got a jumper, of the full moon? All right. Oh, it's a good jumper too. The support of the Knight of Swords. That no fear energy to go into those darker areas. Because let's be honest, it's hard to take Death's hand and say, let's go down memory lane and let's get rid of what's not working. Going into those darker recesses of self so that we are able to truly be reacquainted with who we are. Needing that skill set, because we've got the Knight of Swords, that knowledge piece, knowing how to go forward, knowing what is going to be important and what isn't, what is working and what isn't. That is going to be a great support for you in overcoming not only the Nine of Swords, but really embracing who it is we truly are and how we can really nurture those gifts that are slowly emerging. We need to be able to really nurture and love that whole self, who we truly are. All right, let's look at that healing piece because we keep talking about healing. What healing does the full moon offer my Capricorn friends? Okay. The first one. Blessings. We've been asking for a lot. We always pray to that higher source or to whoever it is you're praying to say that this is what you need. And sometimes we don't even have to pray. They know. They give us little blessings and little gifts, whether we know it or not. We may not acknowledge it. We may not even know it's them. However, those little blessings are really scattered throughout our lives. And like I said, a lot of times we're not even acknowledging they're there. We may not notice they're there, but all of a sudden we feel a little bit better, a little bit calmer. And it's subconsciously we are connecting in and recognizing that there are, there's a rainbow in the middle of nowhere. There's some butterflies, feathers that have no rhyme or reason. We may not physically consciously say, oh, look, there's a feather there. Subconsciously, we're feeling it though. And those blessings are everywhere. And when we really start to pay attention, we really start to realize how much they're there for us. Emerging. Like I said, there's skills and ability sets that are starting to emerge for you, my Capricorn friends, and we really need to start nurturing them. As things start to unfold and unravel, that's when we really need to start to nurture, love, and heal them. And really connect in. There's aspects of yourself that have been hidden from the light for quite some time. And it's time to really allow that healing, loving energy in so that things can start to grow and you can start working with them. Enchantment. This is a fantastic card to have, especially this time of year. We're looking at that holiday season. There is magic and, blessings everywhere. As children, we really saw that enchanting, amazing energy. And like I said before, with the blessings, it's something that we need to be very mindful of and watch out for. Because it's hidden within plain sight. We just need to acknowledge it. And finally, trust. Trust in the universe that not only does it have your back, that it has a plan for you. And we don't know that plan. We signed up for it. We're learning. Things are emerging. Things are unfolding as we walk our path. But trusting in the universe that it knows that there is a grand plan that we once upon a time knew about, and that we've got the support. We've got the support of those high vibrational beings, our guides, our guardians. This card also talks about trusting in ourselves, trusting in our gifts, our abilities, and those aspects that we are yet to uncover. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this reading fun and helpful and that you were able to gain some insight into what the moon is offering you. This is something that you can choose to engage in. You can embrace it, or you cannot. It's up to you. We have free will. It is something the moon is offering to my Capricorn friends. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. If you've seen my past videos, you know that I'm a very creative reader and I like to create spreads on a lot of different topics. I'm also a very fluid poster, which means that I don't have a day or time where I post my videos. So staying connected through subscribing and hitting the little red bell helps you stay connected into the insight and guidance that I'm offering. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Capricorn friends.